Hello students, today we are going to start new chapter, that is data visualization. So first of all, what is the importance of this chapter, or what is the importance of data visualization in the era of computer? So data visualization is very important part, because every day in newspaper, in TV news and everywhere we are playing with data only, and nobody wants to go in the depth of data. They want to understand data in a few seconds, in a few minutes, without going in detail. For that purpose, what we can do, or what is being done in the world, in the media, data is being presented by using some shapes. You might have studied about different shapes in primary classes. In higher secondary classes, you have seen that many types of graphs, stats. First, you have studied about how to represent data in tabular form, how to represent data in to find mean, median, modes, etc. in statistics. And after that, you have seen different types of graphs. Out of that graphs, some common graphs are bar chart and pie chart, line chart. These are the common graphs, and in advanced graphs, some different types of graphs are there, that is scatters and all. So what is the purpose of this chapter? You can see here it is written that a picture is worth 1,000 words. A picture is worth 1,000 words. What is the meaning? Instead of writing a paragraph, a full page, if you make a picture, then it will speak everything without writing a sentence, a single word. That is why it is called a picture is worth 1,000 words. So here we can see different types of graphs and charts. That is, this is line chart, bar graph, this is pie chart, this is also types of pie chart only, and this is cumulative graph. So we can easily understand what is the meaning of this graph, or what is being represented by this graph, what is being spoken by this graph. So 32.5% here shown in the pie chart means 32.5% cells are of orange, like pears, plums and blueberries. So if we want to understand a large amount of data in a small uh, in a small time and in a small uh, representation, then we can take help of different types of graphs. So what is the meaning of graphs? This chapter is referred as data visualization. So data visualization, first of all, we'll understand when data is shown in the form of pictures, it becomes easy for the user to understand. So representing the data in the form of pictures, graphs, is called data visualization. You can remember it. Representing the data in the form of pictures or a graph is called data visualization. Data is being represented in the form of pictures and graph. It represents what? Patterns, trends, correlation, etc. in data, and thereby helps decision makers to understand the meaning of data for making decision in business. So these days we are seeing in news and we are facing problem of COVID-19, and in this also we are able to see different types of graphs in Arogya Setu and all. They are also representing the increase or decrease of coronavirus in the form of graph, and we are easily understanding the status of this virus using graphs. So for that what we have to do? So in Python, this is the part of Python only. So in Python we are going to study about different types of graphs. For that purpose, one library which is providing all types of data representation using graphs is called Matplotlib. That this is the library name that going to provide you many interfaces and functions in 2D graphs. We will read about 2D graphs, two-dimensional graph only. Two-dimensional already you know, where we can find a column and row, that is x-axis and y-axis only. So that Matplotlib is a name of library that provides different types of functions for plotting different types of graphs in Python. Matplotlib library offers many different collections of submodule. PyPlot is one of such submodule. PyPlot is collection of method within Matplotlib library which allows user to construct 2D plots easily. PyPlot is a collection where PyPlot is under the Matplotlib library. It is a collection of methods within Matplotlib which allows user to construct 2D graphs or charts. So how to start this chapter? On computer? How to make this type of graphs in computer. For that we have to first install the matplotlib library. For that what we have to do? We have to install this matplot library. For that we are going to see what is the requirement of this data visualization. So for this purpose, first of all we want two library. First of all, that is NumPy, which already we have seen in 11th class also, and this is already installed in your computer, NumPy. For this package we used for to creating arrays, 1D arrays, 2D arrays. So this is already is in your computer, and if it is not there, you can install using this pip install NumPy, where you will write. So you have to start your command prompt and write this one will come automatically on your computer. Here you have to type this one, pip install NumPy, and it must be connected to internet so that it will take the appropriate version according to your Python that is installed in your computer. So after this you have to install what is matplotlib. Matplotlib is also a very necessary library for plotting any graph. Like you have installed pandas for creating series and data frame, like that you have to install this in your. So what you will do, you will open your Windows command window. Suppose I will open here. You have to write cmd, it will come like this. It is coming like this, and here you can see, you can increase this one, and here you will write pip command, pip. So if you write pip, and if it is connected with internet, then it will show you something. Here you can see pip is working, and if we write pip install NumPy, then it will install NumPy. Pip install matplotlib, then it will install matplotlib. You can increase the size of this like this also. Here 20, 24. You can increase the size of your screen of command window like this, and here you can type pip install NumPy, NUMPY. So if it is, and press enter, here it is already installed, so it is saying that requirement already satisfied, means this computer is already having NumPy library. If it is not there, it can install easily. Similarly, you have to write pip install. I will show you in this pip install matplotlib. Pip install matplotlib. You have to go to your command window and you write here pip install matplotlib. Pip install matplotlib and press in. Matplotlib should come together. But it is taking so like this it will install matplotlib. So it is being installed in this computer matplotlib, as I did not install earlier. So it is installing. In this way you can also install in your computer matplotlib. Internet is required, but it will not take so much data, hardly 10 to 15 MB data needed, and it will be finished within a time. So I think it is done. It is done. So what I wrote, I install matplotlib. Again I will check. Yes, here we can see it is showing that already satisfied means every module of matplotlib has been installed, and now it is not going to take again. So only one time you have to exercise, after that it will not ask. If you type matplotlib install pip install matplotlib, it will say you it is already satisfied, means already existing on your computer. So after this we will exit from here. So this is how our installation of matplotlib is successfully completed. So here also this is shown to you how to install matplotlib. Okay, so this one is your task, and you have to be ready for the next class after installing this and writing about this data visualization in your notebook. Further we will see in next video. Till then, bye, thank you, good night.